When do you have to declare your taxes and what penalties might be there if you don't do it? So welcome back to another video here on G-Tax. My name is Roland Elias. I'm a German tax advisor. And yeah, it's already a really stressful life doing taxes in Germany. Because if you have a business, you have a lot of deadlines you have to take care of. But first of all, we want to take care of the key tax deadlines for your personal income tax. So it's not about your business, it's only your personal income tax. For example, if you're an employer or if you're rental or something like this. For example, the most important key tax deadline in Germany is July 31, 2025 for the year 2024. That means every year to the end of July, you have to do your tax declaration that you don't have any problems. If you have a tax advisor, then you get a lot of more time. Then, for example, for 2024, it's February 28 at 2026. If you have a certified tax advisor who will help you filing your tax certificates and your tax return. For example, as employer, you have to declare all your income and all your side incomes and everything you have from the year 2024. So it means it's from the 1st of January to the last of December. This is the taxable timeline. The other things you, for example, have in 2025 or 2023 are not necessary or not to declare in your 2024 tax return. For example, but who has to file a tax return in Germany? So first of all, multiple incomes. We already talked about this. For example, you have a job, you're besides freelancing or have a rental income. These are, for example, the most times you have to declare your tax return. So job plus freelance or rental income. Or for example, if you're living on your freelance or for example, you're living on your rental income, then you have also declare your taxes. But there's another thing you have to know, and this is, for example, very important. If you have income from shares or something else from capital gains, then you already have to declare it if it's from abroad. For example, you have your broker out of the USA or from India or Asia or somewhere else, and you live in Germany and you're a resident in Germany, then you have to declare your foreign broker in Germany. If you have it in Germany, your broker, for example, Comdirect or Deutsche Bank or Sparkasse or something like this, then you don't have to do anything because they will do your capital gain tax return for you. For example, they keep the taxes and send it already to the tax office. For example, another part is married couples using tax classes 3.5 or 4.4 with factor. These are another reason you have to declare your taxes. For example, if you have the tax classes 4.4 without factor, then you don't have to do a tax return. But there's another thing, and if you have been unemployed, parental or sickness or other benefits over 410 euros, then you already also have to declare your taxes. For example, in 2020, we had a lot of benefits paid by the so-called Agentur für Arbeit, and a lot of people received them for over 410 euros. So they have had to declare this in their tax return. Another thing is the so-called freelancers, which are self-employed or landlords, always are required. So you don't have to do it with multiple incomes. It's if you have just freelancing, self-employed, landlords, or everything like this, then you also they have to do it every year, because this is a income that has not been deducted by taxes like your employer does with your monthly payslip. Or for example, foreigners moving in or out have to do it during the year, normally because it's a whole year. But if you're moving abroad or moving in, then it's just the time you lived in Germany, where you have been a resident in Germany. Then there are some extensions and you have to know it. And for example, if you use a tax advisor like myself, then you have one more year until the next February to declare your taxes. This is an easy way to get more time. It's automatically, you don't have to do it. In the tax office will not disturb you, for example, in this case. Mostly you can use tools like Elster, Viso, Smart Steuer, or some other tax tools, but you have to be very careful, because there are already late filing penalties and interest charges. For example, you get automatically, and you can do anything about it, a minimal late fee of €25 per month for each month overdue. For example, tomorrow is the last day you have the chance to declare your income for 2023 if you use a tax advisor. This is one big thing, and for example, this is up to €25,000 because this depends on your income. So it's minimally €25, but it might be a lot of €1,000 if you have a big income. For example, the Finanzamt, the tax office, will do this automatically, and there's another automatism. And if you're paying your taxes very late, for example, you said, "Oh, I just want to pay it if the so-called Bescheid, the information of the tax office is here," then you might have another problem, because you have to pay interest up to 1.5% per month after 50 months of the year you have to declare. For example, for 2023, the declaration time is April 2025, and after April 2025, you have to pay interest on your late paid taxes. And so some things you have to know: July 31, for example, it's a very big number you have to read in your calendar. Then you should use a tax software, Taxfix, Wundertax, Viso, Smart Steuer, anything like this, or consult a tax advisor, so-called Steuerberater. Then you can do it easily. For example, another thing is keep all your documents, pay slips, receipts, rental contracts, everything organized. For example, I use myself a Google Cloud that I say, okay, during the year, I throw it all inside the box, for example, digital box, and then I can sort it out at the end of the year, and that is the easiest way to do your taxes. For example, if you want to help at the tax advisory, then go in the info box below, and there you can find our tax advisory, and we can help you with this. So you have another questions about taxation in Germany, just keep it up in the comments below, and we will get into this topic. If you have another comment, then we will talk about this. So I wish you a happy Sunday, and very much fun by declaring your tax return.